One of the things that you learn when you study church history, particularly right here in Boston, is that they had a very strong impulse to get higher education going right away. So the Puritans landed in Boston in 1630. And just 6 years later, in 1636, they decided that they were going to start what became Harvard College. And I love how, when you read some of the documents from those early years, from a book called New England's First Fruits, there's something to the effect of, after we had settled in this area, reared convenient places of livelihood, and settled the civil government, one of the first things that they longed for was to establish a training school for ministers so that they would not leave an illiterate ministry when their present ministers lie in the dust. This impulse to provide for the next generation through higher education is a very important one, and one that I think we neglect far too much.
We have a really robust core curriculum that every single student takes, and we're the only Christian college in the country that still requires all of our students, whether you're a biology major or a computer science major or a biblical religious studies major, to study biblical Greek and biblical Hebrew. And so when you think about the tools that you need to really become familiar with the Bible, I think that there's just a decline in biblical literacy, even, I would even say in other Christian schools, that people are drifting away from the tools that you need to understand the Bible. And this used to be just Christianity 101.
There is no way to do actual discipleship to Jesus without being in relationship with others for whom that's also their commitment and their desire. Mentoring relationships, peer relationships, are at the center of how we think about how discipleship to Jesus happens.
Yeah, he lived life with his disciples, he shared food, he shared life with them, but he also focused on the few in order to win the many.
Sure.
And I think that's also something that we're really trying to do here at Sattler.
There's opportunities to be involved in a journey group, there's opportunities to have mentorship and leadership from our professors and faculty and staff. And honestly, they're just very intentional about teaching and training, but also keeping you accountable. I think that accountability is the most essential element for me as far as discipleship.
So who should come to Sattler? If you're willing to really work hard, if you're excited about building your faith here, if you're just really driven, and also love to build relationships and are excited about community and discipleship, I think this could be a really good place for you.
I have often said the Sermon on the Mount has the solutions to all of the world's greatest problems. Hunger, sex trafficking, war, broken families, it's all right there. We simply need to live it out. And I would love to see Sattler be the place for students who want to live that out in a variety of disciplines and professions.